Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje is a very interesting fight, and a lot of people are going into this thinking that Topuria is just essentially going to flatline Gaethje due to the precision striking difference between them, which is true. Topuria does have a distinct technical advantage on the feet. Justin Gaethje doesn't really fight with much defensive responsibility. He's continued his training with Trevor Whitman, and he's got the experience from wars with guys like Poirier, Oliveira, and Chandler. But this is different, man. Topuria is not the same kind of fighter Gaethje's used to dealing with. He's younger, faster, and way more technical in the pocket. Gaethje knows this might be his last real title shot. If he loses this one, it's pretty much done for him at 37 years old. Topuria is a precision striker with knockout power in both hands. Very technical, very patient, and his defensive wrestling is elite. He doesn't give you easy openings. But even though Ilia is shown to be almost flawless technically, Gaethje's pressure and durability are honestly just on another level. His ability to walk through shots and land heavy counters has broken elite fighters before, so it wasn't like Gaethje's completely outmatched here. But the technical gap is real, dude, and this is why I'm saying that Ilia Topuria cannot be underestimated. I don't think it's as one-sided as some people think it's gonna be, even though Topuria is the heavy favorite. First things first, we have to talk about the pocket exchanges, because I think if Topuria catches Gaethje clean in those moments, the fight is pretty much over. I don't think Gaethje can cover the technical gap in the short amount of time leading into this fight. I think the path of least resistance for Gaethje is to use his pressure and try to overwhelm Topuria early before Ilia settles into his rhythm and starts landing those clean counters, because Topuria's defense, how do I say this? It's very, very sound, bro. It's really good. So let's start with Gaethje's pressure game. He's always moving forward. He throws heavy hooks and leg kicks constantly. He tests your chin early. And against guys like Tony Ferguson or Michael Chandler, that pressure broke them down over time. But Topuria's footwork is different, dude. He doesn't stand in front of you the way those guys did. Watch how Ilia moves against Max Holloway or Alexander Volkanovski. He's constantly angling out, resetting to the center, and creating openings for counters. When Gaethje pressures forward, he tends to duck his head and walk into range with his hands down slightly. That's a massive problem against someone like Topuria, who's looking for that exact moment to land a counter right hand or uppercut. Here's the thing though, Gaethje's pressure is relentless, right? He doesn't stop coming forward, and if you're not careful, that can overwhelm you. Even if you're technical like Topuria, constant pressure can disrupt your timing. We saw this with Oliveira. Gaethje was pressuring him hard early, landing body shots, making Charles uncomfortable. But Charles adjusted and eventually caught Gaethje with a counter hook that led to the finish. So Gaethje can have success with the pressure. The question is whether he can maintain it without getting countered clean. Now let's talk about Topuria's counters, because this is where the fight gets dangerous for Gaethje. Topuria is one of the best counter strikers in the UFC right now. His timing is ridiculous. He waits for you to commit, then he steps in with perfect accuracy. Against Holloway, Max was throwing volume, trying to overwhelm Ilia, and Topuria just timed him perfectly with a counter left hook that put him out cold. Gaethje commits hard when he throws, dude. He puts everything into his punches. His overhand right, his left hook, his leg kicks, he's all in. And that's great for landing power shots, but it also means he's vulnerable on the exit. Topuria is going to recognize that. He's going to wait for Gaethje to throw heavy, and then he's going to counter over the top. The leg kicks are going to be a huge part of this fight. Both guys throw them. Gaethje uses them to slow down his opponents and set up his hands. Topuria throws them to maintain distance and damage the lead leg. But here's the difference, man. Gaethje doesn't set up his leg kicks that well. A lot of times there's like no setup. He just bangs it out there. Topuria can time that. He can step into the kick, check it, and counter with an overhand right. We've seen him do this before. Or he can lift his leg above the kick, cause a big follow-through, and capitalize on the imbalance. Gaethje needs to be way more disciplined with setting up those leg kicks, because if he's just throwing them naked, Topuria is going to punish him for it. Defense is where this gets ugly for Gaethje. He absorbs over 7 significant strikes per minute, dude. That's one of the highest rates in the entire UFC. He gets hit a lot. Now, part of that is because he pressures forward constantly and doesn't care about getting hit. His chin's held up so far. He's durable as hell. But at 37, after all the wars he's been through, that chin's not invincible. And Topuria hits hard, man. He's got knockout power in both hands. His right hand is a missile. His left hook is sharp. If Gaethje's walking forward with his hands down, chin up, eating jabs and crosses to get into range, Topuria is going to land something clean eventually. And when he does, it might be lights out. Let's talk about the clinch, because this is where Gaethje can actually have some success. When Gaethje closes distance and gets into the clinch, he's very good at landing shots on the exit. He'll duck his head, clinch up, and then disengage with a hook or an uppercut. But here's the problem, dude. Topuria's wrestling is elite. If Gaethje ducks into the clinch, Topuria might just take him down. Ilia's got excellent defensive wrestling, but his offensive wrestling is underrated. He can hit trips, he can hit body locks, and if he gets Gaethje on his back, that's a bad spot. We saw what Oliveira did. If Topuria takes him down and gets on top, Gaethje's in serious trouble. Gaethje's gonna have to be really selective about when he initiates clinch exchanges, because if he's doing it too often, Topuria's gonna start timing him and making him pay. Now here's where Gaethje has a legitimate path to victory, dude. His cardio and durability. Gaethje can fight hard for 5 rounds. We've seen it against Chandler, against Poirier. He doesn't slow down. He keeps coming forward, keeps throwing heavy, and he can break guys late in fights. If Topuria doesn't finish him early, if this fight goes into the championship rounds, Gaethje's experience in deep waters could be an advantage. Topuria's fought 5-rounders before, but not against someone with Gaethje's pace and pressure. If Gaethje can survive the early rounds without getting knocked out, he might be able to drag Topuria into a war and break him late. But that's a big if, man, because Topuria's power is real. He's knocked out Max Holloway, one of the most durable fighters ever. He's knocked out Volkanovski, he's finished Oliveira. These are elite guys with proven chins, and Topuria put him away. One thing Gaethje needs to watch out for is getting conditioned for the head kick off body attacks. Topuria is very good at throwing body kicks and body punches to make you drop your hands or lean a certain way. Gaethje tends to lean forward when he's pressuring, and his hands drop sometimes when he's throwing. Here's the other problem for Gaethje. Topuria is not going to get drawn into a brawl. He's disciplined. He's not going to stand in front of Gaethje and trade shots. He's going to move, he's going to angle out, he's going to make Gaethje chase him. And the more Gaethje has to chase, the more tired he gets, and the more openings he creates. Topuria is going to be comfortable at range, picking Gaethje apart with jabs and leg kicks, and then countering hard when Gaethje tries to close distance. That's a smart game plan, and Topuria has the skills to execute it. But let's not act like Gaethje has no chance, man, because he does. If he can pressure Topuria early, land some heavy body shots, make Ilia uncomfortable, and drag him into deep waters, Gaethje can win this fight. His experience, his durability, his power, all of that is real. We don't know how Ilia handles that over 5 rounds.